Hi guys, I hope you're good since last video. Can I actually use and manage environment variables in Rust, same as I use to do it in Python? That is the main question that we are going to answer to and be the closest to what we would do in Python. It is not going to be a 1 or 2 hour video to pass a nice weekend coding. We will write a script to check where default environment variables read from when not specifying a path and just using default settings. Please like and subscribe. Thank you for your support. Let's get started now. Installing .dev, the cargo.toml will be updated automatically when running this command, cargo add.env. So we're going to be very brief on that. Where is .env file located by default in a Rust project? So that's what we are going to try to check. So we're going to create here a .env file at the root of the project. We're going to call it test.env-var and give it a value, rusting like crazy. Okay, and now we're going to create another .env file but in the source folder, and that's where are going to be located all of our scripts. So here .env, and I'm just going to create an environment variable and give it another value, test source env. We're going to give it a value. So what is good here is we're trying to match what we used to do in Python, but we're going to do it in Rust. So the package name rust.env, so it's just using .env, adapted it to Rust. We use .env already in Python. Please like and subscribe. It's a short video, so the break comes pretty quick. And we are going now to make a script to see which .env is at the default location. So I'm going to use a public function in that script, envars.rs, and I'm going to call it from the main.rs. I'm going to pass on that. I'm just going here to show you how I make the script and how are we going to check that. So at the end we know where to put that file and we can use .env in Rust, same as we use it in Python. We import .env. So we import .env on the standard library env, use .env, and use env. Okay, this is imported. And now we create our public function, reading envars, just a test. Same as in Python, where we used to do load.env to get those environment variables loaded into the code, into the script. So to be able to access to those, here we're just going to call the .env method and check if it is okay. So okay or none. An option way. No, okay or error, which is a result way. The option is some or none. So here we're going to create a variable after having loaded those environment variables. Let envar equal env. I just need to check how I called it before. So test envar, that's how I called it. I'm just going to copy that. We're going to use the imported env, :var, and inside we're going to put that variable name. Next. just let me call this envar in project root dir. So that one is the one where we're saying that we're rusting like crazy. We just want to see which one is going to be returned. Let envar, this one is, let's just cut from here, test source env. We're going to use here the same process to create the second variable, which is called the envar in the source directory. And here, can you guess what we're going to use to do those checks? Let me comment this first. We try to read the environment variables from the project root totem file, while here we are trying to read the environment variables from the project source directory. After in Python, you can also provide a path to say which totem file you want to read and where it is located. But here we just want to check what is going to be printed by default. We want also to code in Rust just to play with it and be able to use it in the future projects. So you've seen the previous video that I used with Mistral AI using Rust. I exported the environment variable. That's where the question came to my mind, and I was just like, I want to use it just like in Python, have a file, so that I got those environment variables all in the same file. So we have created the file in the project root directory, and in the source directory, we want to know where is the totem file read from. By default, I can close some of those comments. So we're going to use match patterns. That's what I wanted you to guess. So we can use match or if-let. And here we go with this match. So the OK is not a capital letter for .env, while here the OK for the match, it is a capital letter. Var is a placeholder, so we're checking envar in project root directory. If there is the variable, if you find it, the OK is going to be triggered. What is inside the OK is var, which is going to be representing the value holded, the value that the environment variable is holding. And after we'll be able here to print it. This is envar from project roots. So now we might just handle the other side, which is the error side. We might not find it, so there might be some issues. And here we go like R for error. We put E as a placeholder of the error. And we're just going to print a little message with this error. So here is a comma. Not a... Okay. let's keep going. And here we're gonna write the message. This is envar from source directory. Let's do that. Okay, we have all in one page. We might just copy this maybe and use it in the next one. So you see here using a match pattern. You have the OK side printing the value behind this environment variable, while the error if anything wrong happened. I'm just gonna copy this. Let's paste it here. We just need to change the variable name. So here the name is envar source directory. Here I'm just going to put actually an error message. It was too kind. Nothing read from root dir from project root dir. Okay. This is envar from source directory. Okay, so we have the variable here envar in source directory. It is not the typo here. We get that. We match on it, same as we did before. And we get the message printed. I'm not going to change the error message in the second one. I think that you understand. We are just going to see if there's any error first. Let's do the cargo run. Yes, so for the first build, you're going to get the download of this .env on the compilation and the build. Okay, so here in the main.rs, I haven't changed it. I kept the Mistral AI, what we've done before. So I need to update that. As I told you in that project, I had exported the environment variable. Here I've started a new terminal. It's another day. So it's panicking because we had two functions. One to not panic. That's why we had modified everything. And the other one that had this issue with the thread panicking. That's why we don't want to use unwrap in the production code, and we're trying to not use unwrap for the moment. Okay, so let's here import the module and vars. So I wanted to pass on that. I wanted to do this off screen, but you're gonna see everything. So we got the module and vars and the reading underscore and underscore vars. Now we can call cargo run. Nothing read from project directory. Environment variable not found. This is envar from source directory. Where should env file be at? That was the value that we have put. So you see here by default, it's going to be reading the env.env file from the source directory, as those modules are also in the source directory. So you can see this one is what we got in the root directory. I'm just going to get rid of it. I know now I don't need it there. I'm just going to use the .env file from here. And I'm going to add it, from the source directory, and I'm going to add to the git ignore the .env file so that I don't push it to GitHub. I suggest you also to use Git if it is your own Git that you have in your own setup at home, or the Git that you have in a remote repository. Just save your project like that, so you can roll back also. And I'll be using this technique for my future projects, using Python, PyO3, Maturin, and writing the code in Rust and using the code in Python. So that was the whole purpose of learning Rust. Hope that you like this video. Please like and subscribe. I'm going to stop here and see you next time.